Parts unknown. How is everyone tonight? So, we got a lot to talk about. They say there's developments coming up in this situation. I got to get my 30 seconds to go by. But you know what happened to in Brooks, in Pennsylvania? Something with Fibby. Fibbers, you rearrange the words. F.B.I. is supposed to have some kind of communications uncovered. I don't know. We're going to talk about it. And some other things that are very suspicious. So, a lot of stuff cooking. Big backlash from the Olympics shenanigans they were pulling. You know, it had rain for the first time in who knows how long for the Olympics. And also a big power outage. I wonder if they made somebody mad the way they were carrying on. I don't know. They may have. And Erdogan over in Turkey, he gave a speech yesterday where he said, we've invaded other countries before. He was talking about Libya. We can invade Israel just as quick as we did other countries. So there's things cooking that aren't looking good, but it looks like it's just like Mr. T has said, we're on the brink of something serious coming up as far as armed conflict. Let me see you all's coming in the chats. I hope you all can hear me good, and I hope I got a good signal coming through. And, I've heard through the grapevine that searching on Goggle for the Assassination is being stifled. Have you all heard the same thing? Hi, everybody. Who's the first one in? I can't read it for some reason. I could see hi, MM, and that's all. It's cutting off my first comment. Tennessee, how you doing? Kim, Debbie, Joe, Sissy. I think it was you, Sissy, up top. Yeah, Sissy. All right. The old bag. Kim, how you doing? So I was reading some of the foreign news services, and Malaysia has contacted officials with BRICS and says they want to join, and that they're also willing to buy oil straight from Russia. Sanctions be darned. Isn't Malaysia the country where they had the military take over, and the video meme of Donald Trump dancing while the military vehicles are going into the Malaysian capital and kicking out the phony prime minister? I think that was Malaysia, yeah. So they're going to go their own way, go their own way. Hi, Melinda, Debbie. So let's see. Roland, how you doing? Kim's here. Nice to see you all. If I missed anybody, I apologize. So, we're going to keep our little wine glass meme up for a bit. I can read the chats real good with that background. But gaslighting, man, they got to blowtorch levels for people to think Kamala Harris is some kind of statesperson and wonderful history as a get-tough prosecutor. And Gavin Newsom signed an executive order to clean up all the homeless camps, and Trump put out a statement. Why didn't they do that sooner? Why are they doing it now in her home district? Because she was a nobody. Now she's somebody. And they're trying to clean up her image. So anyway, now I've gone a ways into the stream. where I can feel a little more comfortable. But I guess you all heard that there's rumors going around about a connection between the F and then the B, with the big I on the end, and the Crooks family. I also heard that there may be, I don't know if it's extended family or immediate family connections with the Bidens. I don't know. But we were told that that would be a marker. What would happen if there were text messages and communications concerning just this situation? So we are getting in a time to choose. Where are you going to be? What's going on with the convention? The DNC convention. Oh, I got a video I took the other day. I put my my quiver of videos that really show it's from another angle, and you can count the time from the last volley of SHOTSs, okay? You can count at least, I think, around 10 seconds. And then you hear the final one, right? And the people in the grassy area filming the guy on the roof go, "Oh, God, they shot him in the head." To me, it's 10 seconds from the last big volley of 8 shots you hear. Pop. I mean, it's a dead spot of 10 seconds. So I was right when I showed that video where the female reporter was saying we're still under fire after Trump had stood up. And, you know, a couple of people in chat thought it might have been noise from the podium being kicked around, bonked around, which, you know, it's reasonable. But it wasn't a dull sound like the podium being bonked around. It was a crack or a snap. And you'll hear it and you'll see the crowd go, "Oh, gosh," where they saw him catch it. So the Fox News guy said it was 2 counter sniper pews, right? Well, guess what? I think the first one winged him. That's why his GUN was laying 3 panels over. And he was on a not in a totally prone position, and was pointing at the crowd that was filming him and got the last pop. So, how you doing, Wayne? Gloria. The parents were arrested, Sissy says. I don't know. Television shows. How you doing, Linda Marie? Debbie, you're right on time. Melinda's here. Everybody's here. Okay, good. So, anyway, we get a good crowd in the chats. I'm going to go ahead and play it. And just remember, when you hear, you'll first hear the Fox reporter saying there were around 8 volleys, and then 2 from the counter sniper guys, and the last one you'll hear a 10-second gap. But anyway, so when is this convention going to be? They were saying, they were just going to coronate Kamala, and the legal ramifications of just handing her $100 million that people put to the Biden campaign. They've got to defend democracy. It's for democracy, Anakin. I hate you. It's from Star Wars. Sissy said August. I don't know. They say they're going to coronate her, and I don't know what they're going to do after they coronate her. But anyway, there's little, this can't be can't be coincidental with all the stuff that's going on. We've got big names getting tangled up in bad stuff, but the stuff coming out about little ones. But I'm not going to show any videos from the Olympics, but because I just don't want to show them. I don't. It makes me sick. I already know it. It's like sour milk in the fridge. Sometimes people open it up, they know it's sour, they still got to smell it. Not me. If I know it's sour, I'm all, Sadie loves sour milk, so it's crazy. I don't know what to think of that. But anyway, don't shoot. I'm French. Prove it. There you go. Is that proof enough for you? So I don't know what the French are going to do. I mean, you got to have some kind of national identity that's a little bit better than this. And I saw a story just before I came up that is, you know how they were so proud of their bullet train over there in France? Let me see if this is a story. No, this is Mr. T. Let's see what Mr. T. We're going to talk about this too. Today's attack on Israel, which was yesterday, cannot be forgotten. It will go down as another moment in history created by a weak and ineffective United States president and vice president. With time, the situation will only get worse for our country. It must galvanize the Republican Party, Democrats, independents, conservatives, progressives, libertarians, and everyone else to put strength, respect, and power back into the USA. This attack, just like the attack of October 7th or the Ukraine-Russia war, would have never happened if I were president, is a dangerous and terrible time for the world, and it is almost the entire fault of the incompetent Biden-Harris administration. It must be changed and quickly. Make America great again. So the question is, it's an oddball situation because Biden is stepping back. And I guess a lot of you have heard about the famous Obama phone call to Biden saying he'd gotten permission to, or given, I think it's more like given permission to take him out with the 25th and threaten him with the her tapes and everything like that. But the bottom line is there's no official candidate if Joe's not running. So they tried to pull this stuff that Trump's chickening out on the debates, but against who? Who says she's a nominee? Okay, she's not officially the nominee. And if they did cross Hillary, they better sleep with one eye open, one eye closed, the one rotating. Angela, I'm glad to see you. I thought you couldn't make it, but we're glad you're here. Diane, how you doing? Roland said, Mr. T said Christians only. I know, I got a clip of that. That's where it sounded like I was getting ready to do a live stream. I was 15, 20 minutes away from doing my live stream, and I heard Trump say, go out and vote Christian. I'll play the tape, but it sounded like he said, I'm not a Christian. And like 3 people put in the chats, he said he's not a Christian. He said he's not a Christian. He said he's not a Christian. I said, man, let me play that back. And I had to do stuff in my studio to go live, so I went back, played it again, and rechecked the chats while they played. And I said, man, did he say I'm not a Christian? It was hard to hear. It was on our RSBN broadcast. And last time I went live, I said, would you stick with Trump even if he converted to Judaism? I mean, it really gave a good point to think about. Everything he's been through, we've been through, the nation's been through, all the dangers we're facing, we can see the precipice. We're not there yet, but we can see it. Would people turn their backs on him? and also said, would you turn your backs on me if I was wrong? But I'll tell you something. After I play that clip, I'm going to tell you something. I brought, okay, Angela, well, I'll try to squeeze as much as I can. Melvita, hi. One thing about that, I picked right down to the minute. To the minute. I said 9:12 to 9:14 in that area. Play it, and you can decide for yourself what Trump said. I also said just what Roland said. Trump said, just vote this one time. You won't have to vote again because we'll have it so well fixed we won't be back in trouble again. And sure enough, that is to the minute in an almost hour and a half speech. The very same minute is what was brought up by Chunk Uger, Rachel Madcow, what's his name? Scott Adams brought it up. And he was talking about how Chunk Uger was saying, he's going to steal democracy. He says we'll never have another election. People won't ever have to vote again. So I knew I was on to something, and daggone if I didn't get it right down to the minute. I know a pat on the back is 18 inches away from the kick in the butt, but I'm patting myself on the back yesterday. Anyway, so why 55 stars on Trump's plane? I don't know. Yeah, I'll play it for you. As a matter of fact, we got enough people in here. I think I'll go ahead and play it now. Wait a minute. Is this the one? Let's see. Now, you tell me you can have an hour and a half speech and get it right down to the minute where people are going to be talking about stuff. So, anyway, let me go ahead and play it. Let's see if this is the right clip.
Christians, get out and vote just this time. It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years.
So, did you see where and I went back into the chats, and 2 of the 3 people took their comment out. Where they thought they heard him say, I'm not a Christian. I'm not Christian. He said, but he drug it out. He said, I'm a Christian, like that. Is the way that he does it. So, anyway, but they're saying by him saying you won't have to vote again, he's going to steal democracy, which is rubbish, garbage. We all know it's true. Let me see, where is that about the France situation? Here we go. They pride themselves on the high-speed train, right? This is their time before the world. Okay, the Olympics. Here's this high-speed train. People come from all around the world to see the Olympics. The biggest draw is the Summer Olympics, bigger than the Super Bowl, bigger than anything else, every time, every single time. This has never happened before, and here it is again. There you see the high-speed train. In France, the daughter-in-law of the Emir of Qatar, who came to the Olympics, was robbed. 11 Hermes bags were stolen. I guess those are very expensive bags. And they were full. The incident occurred on the Nice-Paris high-speed train, on which the daughter-in-law of the Emir of Qatar was traveling along with her servants. The train was stopped for about 20 minutes at Toulon station to try to catch the thieves, but in vain. At the moment, neither the thieves nor the bags which contained many valuables, have been found. So, yeah, it's a black eye, but not near the black eye that they got with their opening ceremonies. Yeah, I hope you all have been checking out this guy I told you about, SC Reviews, and he put it up there on his thumbnail, just what it is, gross. But of course, he's going to put out and put some funny stuff with it. He's kind of irreverent, but I think you'll find his videos funny. And here we go, Babylon Bee. I'll put up their stuff. Babylon Bee, Sodom and Gomorrah to host the 2028 Olympics. So, we need to start enforcing laws on the books, especially because they said that blue-haired guy was like dancing with a kid or doing something, but we've got to have a crackdown. Sorry to say, it has nothing to do with gay, straight, or nothing else, but you leave those kids alone or you're going to have a heavy, heavy price to pay. But in Germany now, they're kind of pushing back. Look a here, as we say in the mountains. Look a here. Radio Genoa says he wears a Palestine t-shirt to a bar and is arrested. The German police are not joking. But as we would say here in the States, they don't play that. So the Germans are cracking down. It's getting a little too ridiculous. Now, here is the question of the day. One of the questions of the day. MSNBC put it out. Look at there. Look at that. How they're making her look serious. I bet it's hard to find a picture without her having that Joker look on her face. But anyway, senior Trump campaign advisor Jason Miller says Trump is ready to debate Kamala Harris. We have the details on Trump's campaign strategy going forward. Because they're all saying he's stunned, he's shocked, he's taken aback. I mean, like I said, blowtorch gaslighting to try to see Kamala as some wonder. Let me show you these goofy things. Look at this goofy garbage coming up by Midas Trash Network. It's called Karma Donald. Live, Trump stunned by worst week of his life. Kamala surges as MAGA quickly falls apart. Live, Trump crashes down as Kamala crushes him. 779,000 views. Live, Kamala prosecutes Trump on campaign trail. Kamala soars as GOP gets desperate. They keep using that karma. Instant karma. And there's the convicted felon. Cohen said, "You're bigly screwed now. Trump panic attack accelerates as Kamala rises." That's the crap they're putting out when everybody was saying, was there a medical emergency with Biden? Did he have a TIA stroke? Is he alive? This is the crap they put out. Kamala Harris delivers keynote. Here's some more of their crap. All paid shilling gaslighting. Kamala soars in shock. Fox poll. Full panic mode. Meltdown in Nashville. Trump goes nuts during disaster Nashville speech. When was that? When did anybody see a disaster Nashville speech? Fox is screwed. Fox's implosion continues as Kamala goes on. Whatever. So it's Trump gets a rude awakening. She doesn't hold back. 1 million views. I mean, I can barely stand to look at these damn thumbnails. How can 1 million people sit there and can you dysphoric, idiotic platform? They definitely still got the they haven't got their sunglasses on, that's for sure. Miss Spender Sue, how you doing? Oh yeah, she won't know what hit her. Roland, but I don't know if they're she's not the technically the nominee. Now let me show you this thing somebody put out. I forgot the name. But it's about Milley. On January 6th, Mark Milley was in direct communication with Susan Rice. He needs to be stripped of all his medals and tried for treason. Susan Rice, she is part of the shadow Obama White House, which is just, very short distance away from the White House. He's shacked up there with Valerie Jarrett. Valerie Jarrett's a criminal. Susan Rice is a criminal. Okay? That's all going to come to light. People talk about these judges. Trump was adjudicated to be a hard R apist, adjudicated by a criminal judge, Kaplan. Kaplan is a criminal. Erdogan is a criminal. Mercan is a criminal. Mercan got one of his charges read to him. One of his charges read to him. And you all in the chats know what that charge is. It was put out in the motion to dismiss at the very end. You all know what his charge is. Let's see who puts it in the chats first. Mercan's charge. Kaplan, Erdogan, Mercan, and what's her name? In D.C. She might get away. I don't know. At least those three. There you go, Roland. Perfidy. That's exactly right. Perfidy. So, here you go. Elon. This is why Elon is mad. Right here. Elon Musk's son. Born Xavier at birth. Transitioned to Vivian Wilson. And that, my friends, is exactly why Elon Musk wants to destroy Disney and is going to, he wants to destroy what he calls the woke mind virus. And I told you how Gina Carano won a big motion where they tried to throw her case out, and it's moving to trial. Wrong one. I want to see where Elon responded to that business. What in the world is wrong with me? I keep knocking the wrong stuff off the screen. I better wise up. Let's see. It's around here somewhere. Huh. Well, when here's. Remember I started talking about the Acolyte, and there were witches in Star Wars having these, through their witchy power, they could create life. Okay, totally against anything with any faith of good and evil, man and woman. called The Acolyte. And Elon Musk put out The Acolyte is effing sexist. Now, the undercover videos of the Disney executive out and out stating that policy was not to hire white men, especially Christians, okay, is one of the pieces of evidence they're using to go after Disney. Here we go. Elon Musk put out, the discovery on this case will be devastating for the woke mind virus that controls Disney. How many smoking guns are we going to find where it is their policy to influence the culture, influence the elections, discriminate, foster racism, okay, foster misogyny in reverse, okay, all that kind of stuff. How many people have been damaged? How much money are people going to be looking to recover? Here, look at this. Fox News put this out. Amazon. Jeff Bezos. You better watch this stuff, Jeff. You got enough troubles with the illegal psychological warfare campaigns that have been going on the Washington Post has been involved in. Amazon caught selling clothing, wishing for the DEA. Of Trump. Can you believe that? I would be finding out everybody that bought these shirts, who started selling them. I mean, it's time to quit playing games with these people. Exercise lawful prosecutions of these individuals, and I believe that's coming. Here you go. Somebody put this one up. All of these dudes are no longer seeking a second term. There you go. The only one I got a problem with is the one on the top right. I think that's the guy that plays Biden on Gutfeld. Hi, Sherry. How you doing? Joy, how you doing? He's got 9 kids. Wow. Wow, Diana, it's a lot of kids. Well, I wouldn't want to see one of them, any of them, go into the woke mind virus. So, yeah, one of these dudes, at least 5 of them have been represented to be the president. Here you go. Nick Sortor. You all were right. That handshake. Gary's not in right now, but Roland, Gary, and a bunch of others were saying the handshake was dominance, superiority. I'm over top of you, and also that I've got you covered. And Trump said during the debate with Biden, they need to get, after he called Biden a Palestinian, or while he called Biden a Palestinian, he said they need to get out of Israel's way and let them do what they need to do. And I heard there's strikes happening in Lebanon as we speak. And then you got Erdogan talking about invading Israel, a ground invasion from Turkey. So anyway, it's heating up. President Trump exerts dominance. Kamala and Biden show pure weakness. The contrast is incredible. So, oh, y'all get a chance, check out this video. I've talked about him many times. Dr. Eric, and for this is probably 2 days ago. He very diplomatically approaches government involvement in the recommendations for vitamins, and in this case, vitamin D, and the problems with it. It's only a 7-minute video, and you should be subscribed to Dr. Eric Berg anyway. So give that a look-see. I thought it was important, so I got a screen grab. Here we go. FBI director suggests Trump's ear just exploded spontaneously. Well, I went over that with you all. Hi, MS Motorsports. I went over that he said there are questions whether it was a bullet or shrapnel. Then he went on to say the bullet hit his ear. Well, he said grazed or whatever he said. He said the bullet that struck him. So he was just acknowledging that the media was bringing up questions. Here's what I got on my thumbnail. There we go. We did it, Joe. We did it. Yeah. Am I really? Thank you, Miss Minsu. I'm glad of that. I'm glad of that. I got a little hitch in my back, though. I got to be careful. I can't do my broadcast from a supine position. And the other day I was like, man, I don't think I can sit in that chair long enough to, when you know, man, you say, I can move those cinder blocks the way I used to move them when I was, and then you move them and then you go, why did I do that? But anyway, how about this for a 20-year difference in Olympics? 2004. 2004. Who is that that's got the torch for the Olympics in 2004? Donald J. Trump. You contrast that. I had screenshots. I just erased them from my phone. I was sick of looking at it stuff. Drag queens holding the torch this time around. I mean, just a noxious exercise. Noxious. You know, the other thing I've been seeing a lot of videos on, and that got me cogitating. You know, I cogitate now and again. And let me see. They say Kamala had a rally and nobody came. Well, some people came. Let me see right here. Here's one. Here's one video. Got a screenshot of. Harris. Sad Kamala rally draws just 6. So, well, man, that's pretty pitiful. And then I saw this video. Thumbnail. Oh my God, Kamala Harris storms off stage after rally only draws 60 people. The other guy said 68. And I don't know about her storming off, but I have heard enough from people that it's true that she had a pitiful turnout. And where's Behezy at? Anyway, my thoughts on that is they could very well have a lot of people that are going to vote for Kamala that don't go to rallies. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. because they appeal. Whoa. They appeal to all kinds of mixed nuts, okay? What do I refer to them as? Misanthropes, okay? And you got people that want reparations. They don't do a damn thing. Half of them never had a job, but they feel that they're owed reparations. You got other people who can't stand Trump, can't stand men, and want, what did J.D. Vance call them? Cat lady says, hey, I got a cat, but I understand where he's coming from. And you met him, okay? I'll play a video of a cat lady at the end. But I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts she's a cat lady. A crazy cat lady. Well, you got wonderful cat lady. I'm a crazy cat man, but I don't espouse these cuckoo views. So then you got the grandstanders. You got the woke crowd. You got all this mixed pot of kooks. And they have a rally. They don't have a common cause. You're not going to catch a reparations person sitting next to affluent 50s, 60-something cat lady and them saying, hey, we're having a great time, because they don't know how to have good times. They're miserable. They're misanthropes. And so, no, they're not going to have big rallies. That doesn't mean they're not going to all coalesce and vote, but they're going to vote for their own reasons. A Trump rally, people are pulling for the same thing, for the country to be prosperous, safe, and successful. Okay, for their children to be prosperous, safe, and successful. You look at the constituency for Kamala, or Kamala, or however you pronounce it. You can pick any number of crazy notions. Global warming. I'm a vegan. But I don't care about, this or that or whatever. And they cannot enjoy, they don't like themselves. They don't like being around themselves. Why would they go to a rally? To be around other people. If they don't like themselves, they're not going to like anybody else. And they're running against something. They're running against Trump. We run for things. We run for restoration of our republic, the rule of law. You name it. I mean, we are for things. They're constantly against things. So it's kind of hard to have a good time at a rally when you're just all against stuff. I'm against stuff. Here. How about this? That's a good one. I can't read it out loud and I can't leave it up very long, but you're welcome to take a screenshot and put it up somewhere. Let me get shrunk up where you can get the whole picture in. There you go. How you like that? Oh. Hi, Rick. How you doing? Don't say that about your kitty cats. Em, how you doing? Now listen, I'm going to play that video. I am going to play that video since I got that picture of a Mr. T. And I want you all to count the seconds. Where did it go? Here. Count the seconds. Betwixt. And watch the crowd go, oh, they got him in there. H-E-A-D. All at once they go, ooh. Count the sec. Well, first you'll hear this announcer say that there were 2 counter sniper shots, okay? And then he'll say, listen carefully and roll the tape. You'll hear the initial volley. Count the seconds till you hear everybody go, oh, they got him in the head. So I'll go ahead and play it now.
Thomas Crooks opened fire. You can hear 8 shots, what sounds like 8 shots, followed by 2 counter sniper shots, including the kill shot from the Secret Service. Watch and listen. At one point, Thomas Crooks points his rifle at the eyewitness and those rally goers. This is what he told us about security on that day.
Definitely wasn't secure. I'm actually ex-military. One of the first things I noticed when we walked up, none of us have been vetted. We're all along the fence. We all have view of the stage. We can see.
Did y'all get to hear it? It was at least 10 seconds after the volley. You heard the final S-H-O-T. And that picture you see of him pointing towards the crowd, I think that is the instant before he got struck in the gourd. And I think it's after he probably got winged. He got winged, moved a little lower down the roof, and then when he raised his shoulders up to point at the crowd is when he got the big shot. Did you all hear it? It's 10 seconds, and it is when Trump is standing and putting his fists in the air, or just before when he's saying, get my shoes, but just before he says that is when they got him with the K-I-double-L shot. Okay? So, yeah, he was talking about that Secret Service agent. She was very brave. And she did try to cover him as best she could. Anyway, you all seen this many times, I'm sure. Just that quick. Just that quick. And just that little bit of a difference meant the world to the world. Let's see what's going on in the chats. Oh. Well, I don't know. If you all want me to play that video again, I should have played it earlier when the stream was more stable. But anyway, listen to this. And I want to ask a question after this creep. What do you think the average person is thinking listening to this person?
You're going to look real crazy being on the other side of that line, particularly as a person of color. You're going to look real weird and real lonely on that side. You really are going to look crazy being on that side, given the cultural phenomenon of Vice President Kamala Devi Harris.
Going to look real weird and real crazy? Who are you talking to? I mean, look, she's got that blonde or bleach sprigs on top of her head. She's crammed her face real close in the camera like she's in a Stephen King movie. She looks like she just woke up out of a hangover, telling me that people are going to look weird. You can't get a whole heck of a lot weirder than this thing. But it's all paid opposition. This is the stuff they're putting. Well, I tell you what. I got another clip of Trump, what he's going to do when he comes into office. I'll play it in a second. Let me get it on the screen. But let me tell you something that he told that bunch of cryptocurrency. You know, he was with a crowd where you have to admit that most of them didn't like him. Or at least half of them didn't like him. But he came across so good during that cryptocurrency speech. But he told them something very important. And it's sunk in their heads. If they win, you all are finished. Your jobs are finished. Your crypto will be confiscated. Your families will suffer. You will suffer. You may even end up in jail. And it's hard not to take that seriously from a person who's been arrested and SHOT at, okay, that hadn't done any damn thing wrong but try to get the country going.
On day one, I will sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content onto the lives of our children. Thank you. It's true. Save our kids is right. Save our kids is right. And you're right. Thank you. And I will not give 1 penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or a mask mandate. Not a penny. And I will keep men out of women's sports, if that's okay.
Now, if anybody has a problem with those three topics, I got a problem with them. I got a problem with them. I don't want to be their friends. I don't want to get along with them. I want them to stay away from me. Here's a little interesting story I came up with. District attorney arrested. Apparently, he was digging around in cases and talking to a buddy with an extensive criminal history, giving him information. He was a newbie. I forget what state that was in. Buffalo, New York, I think. Yeah, I think it was. Erie County Assistant District Attorney arrested, accused of sharing case information. We're just going to keep an eye on these prosecutors because we know how they get started. They get referred to by a crooked bum that is friends with Georgie Porgy Soriosio, right? Here we go. This is what Vance was talking about. He wasn't picking on cats, people that like cats. He's talking about Karens for Harris. Every one of these would be wearing a shirt from Amazon, right? The Amazon shirts we just saw for sale. Because they're misfits and misanthropes and miscreants. But they are educators. Speaking of educators, did you here's the one that's in charge of the union for our educators. This is the kind of stuff, this is Marxist slogans. Progress, keep marching.
Seldom a dramatic event or attack that lets fascism in the door. The violence comes later, after they are voted in. When the Let them record that we the people, united, mobilized, and voted democracy and freedom, that we continued the march for progress, that we laid the foundation for a better future, and that we sought to create a more perfect union. Progress is possible. Keep marching.
Enemy of the people. How she gets up there, uses a government-funded platform to say the violence starts after they get elected, calling 80 million fellow Americans fascists. Okay? Yeah, hit the like button. If you don't like it, the button, hit the thumbs down, but give me some kind of feedback. Ha! Thank you, Miss Mendesue. I appreciate it so much. So, yeah, she's going to be one of the first to go. We've got to start, maybe not with her, but whoever is involved, a lot of this, they're Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, they need to be stripped of their citizenship and deported. I don't care what anybody says. In accordance with the Aliens Enemies Act. Stirring up violence and spreading propaganda. Out of here. She's too old to bounce around. Well, she bounced. Oh, talk about media manipulation. This video is not available. They're moving fast. Not only is Goggle taking down information on the attempt on Mr. T, okay? They're taking down search stuff. I think it might have been Wanda. Somebody told me that they tried to pull up that House resolution I was talking about, where the House, it's in the congressional record, she's the border czar. And they hobble the search on that House resolution. Now, Woke Olympics panics and deletes every video of last night's supper abomination. They got caught. And there's the one that was actually mocking Christ, making a heart with her fingers, her fat little fingers, trying to make a congested heart that's waxed cold. Okay? And but that's how they manipulate. They try to put something out there. They float a trial balloon, and when it gets shot down, they start cleaning up the evidence. Here's what George put up. I couldn't find it. It's so small. Kind of like these. Here. Look at all these winners. They're sitting at little tables, aren't they? I guess to make it look like it takes up room. George said Kamala Harris is holding a rally in deep blue Philadelphia, and only 68 people showed up. Think about that the next time they come with another fake poll. Blowtorch gaslighting. This guy put this up. I thought this was neat. I'm going to say something about black men. They say are going to leave Trump to vote for Kamala. You think? No way. Got custody of my daughter today. Full custody of my daughter today. There he is. He doesn't have to worry about her having a mastectomy, getting shots, any of that stuff. Somebody, let's see what the response was here, or what he put in there. Deontay Hunter. Hey, fellas, did you know if you bring a twerk video of your baby mama to court, you'll get full custody? So the answer to these people that are claiming that black men are going to leave Trump because of Kamala, you're out of your mind. Because ever since the Great Society that Johnson started in the 1960s, the black community got hit the hardest, with families being destroyed. Destroyed how? Men getting thrown out of the house so the woman could get a WIC check and welfare because you didn't qualify if you had a wage earner in your home. And maybe she wanted to take up with Greasy Joe up the street, and he has no rights to his children, nothing. I saw a meme, I wish I'd have kept it. Glad trash bags. It showed a picture of Glad, a box of Glad, what do they call it, Super Duty or whatever, trash bags, and said, helping baby daddies pack since 1975. That's what they use for luggage. Put all your stuff in the trash bag and get out. I want to start getting my own checks. And now twerking on and doing OnlyFriends or whatever the hell they do on a video, and let the kids go into the clutches of things like this. And that woman I played at with the Teachers Association. So good for him. He's got full custody. What's this one here? I haven't put this one up. Oh, Newsweek. What's they got? GovTrack. Here we go. More Blowtorch gaslighting. An organization, Blowtorch Gaslighting, that tracks voting records in Congress, has admitted that it pulled its 2019 rating of then California Senator Kamala Harris as the most liberal senator. She can't run away from this. The rainbow behind her. GovTrack admits it deleted Harris's most liberal rating. So they're circling the wagons and they're hitting the rhythms, the algorithms, everything they've got. My views look like an electrocardiogram on a healthy person. They go up to a certain level, go down when I'm not broadcasting, go up to the same level, go down when I'm not broadcasting, go up to a certain perfect line, and that is not normal. And if I get an extra dozen or 20 subscribers, they'll pluck a few off and just keep that rhythm going. Now, here is something really. Y'all heard of Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast, he's got 300 million subscribers. His target audience is kids, right? I heard about him. Oh, Mr. Beast built all these homes for people. Mr. Beast has $10,000 giveaways. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Now all the kids go, I'm going to watch Mr. Beast. Well, for the past 10 years, his right-hand person turned into a tranny. And that's all okay, right? Don't criticize or you're misogynist. Change his name from Chris with a C to Chris with a K. And grew long hair. I don't know how far he took it. But this is a partner, best friend, I'll say instead of partner, been on the programs from the very beginning, turns out has been messing around with internet communications Who knows about meetings with like 13-year-olds? I saw one article where or one thumbnail that said 10-year-old. I'm not totally sure, but everybody knows that it is somebody in the 13, 14-year-old range, multiple people, okay? And also had been buying, air quotes, artwork from some character. I won't say his name. I don't know if I can remember, but some character that does artistic renditions of little people. And I don't mean dwarfs, in very disgusting situations. And that this character, Mr. Beast, was living with this person, and they had that artwork hanging on their wall. He's worth $700 million. Now they're finding out that he's been doing these, air quotes, game shows where his close friends and relatives have been set up to win major prizes like $5 million. But they bring in some people out of the YouTube community like to play a part and go on treasure hunt or tackle each other or I don't know what they do to win this money. And the ones they bring in that they don't know have got a snowball's chance in hell of winning, and the friends and relatives are the ones that are going to win. And it's like 30 some of these, quote, game shows that are rigged. That's the accusations going around. You can see it on any YouTube video if they're not suppressed. But I've been seeing them. This one here. This is another. What's that girl that her dad sang "Achy Breaky Heart"? Hannah Montana. She started out just like Hannah Montana, with all the little tweens watching her. She was dressed like a tween or a pre-tween, singing her songs. Now she's into gross, overt Satanism, hedonism, the most disgusting things you can imagine your daughter watching. But now she wants to grow a batch of children in a lab. So, yeah. Who owns the Nickelodeon crap and all that stuff? Is that Disney too? Yeah, probably so, or BlackRock or something. It's all tied together. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. Kamala Harris said Congress must renew the assault weapons ban. Marjorie Taylor Greene said, no, you hypocrite. Everywhere you go, you're protected by armed guards. Yet you want to take away GUNs from Americans who have no armed guards. You got that right, skank. Did I say that? Yeah, I did. Here we go. I thought this was a funny meme. Going to work after another failed apocalypse. You know, everybody's got to go on the hamster wheel. They got responsibilities. They got to get to work. And they don't have time to keep up with these psychological operations. And they're being scared every day. Then what was the thing that was out today in San Francisco? Department of Health is saying people need to start wearing masks in crowds now. They're trying to gear up the mask business again. And like I said, people got to go to work. They have things to do. They have a family. Here we go. About those masks. You can stick it up your mask. There's only one solution in our battle against bird flu. There. We got the solution. I'm reading the chats. Yeah. Did he say that really, Diane? Wow. Well, the Florida law about what happens to people that abuse young ones, they get the ultimate penalty that needs to go to every state. We need national standards. I believe that is what Trump was referring to when he told Christians, if we get it done this time, you won't have to worry about definitely voting again. I think we're going to institute national standards. Okay? We're going to have standards in the bureaucracy where criminality can be defined nationally. In state, local, and federal bureaucracies, cronyism, okay, or grift, name it, criminalize it, be able to identify it so it's not some kind of open-ended law. Like this thing right here. Gavin Newsome about one of Trump's speeches. Boring, rambling, liar. We will beat him. We? Who are you talking about we? You got a mouse in your pocket? Here's what somebody put up about Gavin Newsom. New guerrilla street art by Sabo in Los Angeles. Gavin Newsom, the mask-wearing lizard king of California. There you go. Gavin Newsome. There, I'll let you get a screen grab of that bad boy. Anyway, let's see what's going on in the chat. So get my Gavin Newsome. Oh, it's on the Gateway Pundit. I have to check that out. Huh. Let's see. Well, I have a report that Lloyd Austin got called out by Russia. Let me see if I got it in here. Got called out by Russia. And let me see if I can find it. That ain't it. Let me see. Let me find it. I hope I uploaded it. Yeah, right here. Right here, Lloyd Austin, that black guy. That's what Joe says, the black guy. Lloyd Austin. The recent call from Russian Defense Minister Andrei Belousov to the Pentagon is related to a secret operation that Ukrainian intelligence was planning to conduct in Russia. Belousov warned U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin about the operation, and that the Americans demanded that the Ukrainians, quote, not do this. The New York Times writes about this, citing sources. The Russians discovered a covert operation in Ukraine against Russia that they believe had the blessings of the Americans. Was the Pentagon aware of the plot? Belousov asked Austin, as well as its potential to increase tensions between Moscow and Washington. Oh, wait a minute. That's China. I want to finish this story. Let me see. Pentagon officials were surprised by the allegation. and were unaware of any such plot. That's a laugh. However, after that, the Americans contacted the Ukrainians and said, if you are thinking about doing something like that, don't do it. What exactly planned is not reported. I think it had something to do with claims that Ukraine does not always involve the United States in its operations. At the same time, some of them disappointed U.S. officials because they failed to significantly improve Ukraine's position on the battlefield, but risk alienating European allies and widening the war. In particular, the Americans were nervous about such operations as the attack on a Russian airbase in the western coast of Crimea in August 2022, the bombing of a truck on the Crimean bridge, and drone strikes in the depths of Russia. And we've heard that they are tying that back to Western European and or American sources, and Putin is going to strike at decision-making centers. Decision-making centers. Get it, Joe? Even though you're not making any decisions, you're still at the center of it. So, where's that report I had on China? Here we go. China announced that BRICS will launch its own equivalent of SWIFT. You still remember how before the SMO, they tried to intimidate Russia by turning off SWIFT. In fact, by cutting Russia off from SWIFT and underestimating the global South, the United States has accelerated the fragmentation of the financial order under its control. SWIFT was also involved in blocking money to the truckers. Don't ever forget that. What's this one? All right, here's Trump's buddy. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban said that the Ukraine will remain a buffer state between the West and Russia and will not be able to join the EU and NATO as a result of the war. He stated this during a visit to Romania. According to him, we Europeans do not have enough money to admit Ukraine to the European Union. The EU lost the war and it will have to pay for it, and the price will be high. European policy has failed. The sanctions imposed are damaging fundamental European interests, increasing energy prices, and making the European economy uncompetitive, Orban said. Well, he's laying it out there because he's talked to everybody that's worth a damn. If he don't know somebody, they ain't worth knowing. And Europe is going to pay Russia back for this stuff. You watch how it turns out. Israel Foreign Minister Israel Katz, after the strike on the Golan Heights that Trump was referring to, said that Hezbollah has crossed all red lines and warned that a full-scale war with the group and Lebanon was imminent. And as I said, they're probably dropping those BOMBs right now. And Trump is playing to the youth crowd again after his Bitcoin success. Got them all thinking, looking at him as a protective daddy. Big daddy from Cincinnati, because he let them know, you're going to be finished if I don't win. You little Bitcoiners. Okay, you think you got it bad now? Let me lose and watch what happens to you. Look what they're trying to do to me. What do you think is going to happen to you little Bitcoiners? Now he's selling to TikTokers. You want to save TikTok, vote for me. Yeah, there's your youth vote right there. He'll clean out that Chinese spyware that's in that stuff. What is this? What is this? I can't remember what I copy sometimes. Oh, Canada. You know, we love our friends in Canada. And we're going to do our best to help you guys become great again, too. But here, Canadian girl put Canada is lost. I don't recognize this country anymore, and it's not getting better. It's getting worse. And what is this guy's name? Leaf Singh. Yep, for the better. Next question. They're inundating countries with immigrants, and they don't have to assimilate, and they're taking over, and that's exactly what Georgie Porgy Soriosio wants. Isn't that so? Here, we're going to get the word out. Whoa. Can't get this thing to blow up. Here we go. While CNN was telling us these people were mostly peaceful, Kamala Harris was helping pay their bills. If you're able to, chip in now to Freedom Fund to help post bail for those protesting on the ground in Minnesota. So, yeah, Kamala, we're going to keep reminding people. Newsmax, what do you got? Newsmax, tell us. What do you got? House Speaker Mike Johnson slammed Vice President Kamala Harris. Speaker Johnson, Harris wants illegals to vote. Of course she does. That's how they get away with saying crime is down. Crime is down. How? Well, under $900 is not a crime if they come in the store and steal it. So you have the day after Trump gave his speech in the Bronx, they cleaned out a local CVS. Everybody took $899 worth of stuff, a mob of about 200 people. They didn't leave a pencil in that place. But it's legal, right? In California it is. So, of course, the crime statistics go down. Illegal immigration is lower under us than it was Trump. You know how they get away with that? They say, well, we're going to call them refugees, okay? Asylum seekers, and say their presence is lawful. Then the numbers go down, but the people who come in go up. Same suit, different bow tie, same smell, different outhouse. Now, I'll tell you, I'm going to play a little short video for you all. And before I do, I'm going to tell you a fun video you might want to go see. How many of you have ever heard of this guy, Sean Atwood? I've been listening to him a long time. I don't listen to him all the time because he goes over stuff I already know. And he went over this video. A lot of it I already knew because I was around during the Reagan administration. I know about the Hinckley family. I know members of the Hinckley family were friends with members of the Bush family. The Hinckley family is associated with John Hinckley, who tried to assassinate and then innate Ronald Reagan. And he goes over a lot of good stuff. You all may not have heard yet. I know Miss Minders, who follows him, and he's got a very pleasant voice, and he keeps things all codified, makes it easy to understand. So you all check him out, Sean Atwood. Check this video out right here he did. He did this live stream today. 310 watching. For him, he should have thousands watching. But anyway, here's how this blowtorch gaslighting is going to work right here. Biden's age doesn't matter. It's just a number. Switch out the chip. Click. Trump is too old. All right, let's see. I'm going to play this nice little video for you all. and I hope you enjoy it. And you can imagine, I love cats. I love ladies that love cats. I just don't like creepy ladies, okay? So y'all enjoy this video. I appreciate you all spending your precious time with me. And I should be broadcasting tomorrow night. I'm not too sure. We'll see how the old back does. And you all have a great night. This is Mountain Man, over and out.
Are your granddaughters?
They are 6 and 8.
Would you support them to get hormone blockers to become the other gender?
I would absolutely support them to get hormone blockers. The idea of one of my granddaughters learning that they're going to start having their period if they don't get their hormones blocked, even though that would be. So yes, definitely.
If your granddaughter came to you and wanted to get a tattoo, what would you say?
That would be more difficult. I always told my 3 sons the one thing I ask is please don't get tattoos.
Really? Why tattoos?
There's just something so permanent about it.
Permanent?
It's pretty permanent. It's very difficult to get them lasered off or removed.
You don't think it's like permanent to change your gender?